Hey guys, Jeff Beggins here, Century 21 Beggins. I found myself in a pretty cool place, right? And as a long journey to get here, but it's really kind of interesting. It's always been trusted advisor, right? That's the goal. What are you going to do to gain the trust of the customers and the clients? So one of our customers bought a lot of properties from us before. He's a physician and owns a big physician group, or did, and it just sold. And he and his partners have found themselves in a great position with cash, and the conversations are, Jeff, what do you think we should do? Where should we put our money? Right? Which, not a financial advisor, but I certainly know my stuff in the real estate side of the world. So I said, well, let me tell you a couple of options. Let's look at it. And I said, look, you've got so many options right now. You've got the T-bills, you got the bonds, you got things safely. You can stuff your money away in this little spot in the economy. It depends on you. What do you want to do? Just stuff it away and you're happy and have fun, right? Which is not what you might expect me to say, right? But what I say is what's best for you, not what's best for me. And that's how you have successful business and a career, right? So, but the concept is, but you got to think about what's the end goal. And we started talking about a couple different projects, and he's evaluating a few different ones. And so it doesn't matter which ones you do or any of them with me. But here's what I look at when I look at a project. And one specific one, I'm going to give you an example. We're building these houses, um, and location, right? Always runs true. So there's a little spot on the Florida coastline called Johns Pass Village, which is in Madeira Beach. And Madeira Beach is a cool little beach town. It's about 30 minutes from downtown St. Pete and 40 minutes from Tampa and airports. And it's right on the beautiful stretch of beach. It's right in a tourist spot that has 3.8 million visitors a year, right? Place has floating tiki bars, fishing charters, jet skis, parasails, 120 shops and bars, restaurants, dolphin tours, all kinds of stuff. It's an epic spot, but it works because it's people. So what I like to spend my time on is cool experiential real estate that people love to come down and see, right? So we designed this product, and it's a 9 bedroom home, right? Big home, 9 bedrooms, 8.5 baths. Where basically 4 stories with 2 rooftop decks, private pool, hot tub. It's not a condo; it's a big ass house right on a marina, right in the middle of this tourist district, right a block from the beach, on the water, right by Johns Pass into the Gulf of Mexico. You really, I couldn't create a better location. But it's like, let's talk about this one because it's not cheap. It's 3.8 million bucks, 3.895 million bucks, almost $4 million property, which is a lot. I said, but you can't just look at price when you're investing, right? You've got to look at the holistic approach of it. So breaking this one down, what we started talking about, and I sent him this kind of evaluation on it. So these are the things we need to look at here. So this property is, let's talk about cash outlay. Depends on how you do it, right? He's in a blessed position where he's got the 4 million bucks, and then some. He and his doctor buddies are thinking about forming an LLC. They are forming an LLC, investing together. So option one is just write the check, right? You're great. You got the cash. Put your money to work. You're investing in a piece of property, or write a smaller check. So we started running the numbers on. What if you put $1 million down, right? So you keep 3 million of dry powder. What would that $1 million do as your down payment, right? So we started looking at cash outlays. So that's the first one, and then you start talking about, as you get into the investment mind, what else can you do with the money? Because what you don't want to do is give your money away. You don't want to pay more taxes than you have to. You want to avoid everything you can legally, and you want to just make the best opportunity for yourself. So this property has what's called a cost segregation and opportunity with it. And then, just to simplify that, basically there's a true science behind it. They figure out all the components and all the value of everything that goes into that property. They assign a value of it, and you can depreciate that, a huge chunk of it, in year one. So the numbers, you have to actually get the study done. That has not been done, but just ballpark on this one's expected to be around between 400,000 and 500,000, probably $450,000 of depreciation on that asset, right? Which means you get to write off that income off of your taxes, right, from year one from your income. This property is going to make $500,000 a year expected in gross rental income, right? So now you've got this income, which normally you pay taxes on, but you're not going to pay the taxes on the first $450,000 because it's going to have the cost segregation study on there. So you start thinking, okay, it's not just the money down, it's the what can I do from a cost segregation side of the world. Then, so that's depreciation. Let's talk about appreciation. Check out this graphic. It's pretty interesting. This is just the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater metro area, and these numbers are staggering, right? If you look, let's go macro for a second. Over the last 30 years, 424% increase in appreciation on real estate. Then 200. Then the last 10 years, 200%. Now look at this epic 5 years, right? 89% appreciation in the last 5 years on real estate in the general Tampa Bay region. Right now, the beaches have been way higher than that, but this is just the general area. Past year, 16%. In the past quarter, 2.38% in the past quarter, right? So you're going to see it's not going down, right? We're not going to go up at the rate at which we've been going because we had crazy pandemic times. But let's do a simple 5% number on that, 3 to 5, whatever it is. Take a 5% number. That's 200 grand a year in appreciation. 200 grand. That's real money, valuation, lendability, borrowing ability on that asset every year. So now, if you put $1 million down, you're getting the benefit of 450 right off the bat. So now you're really putting $550 to $1,000 down in real money, right? That you're thinking you got to look at this way. So it's 450 now, $550,000 down on a $4 million asset, right? That's going to bring in $500,000 a year in income. Unbelievable. You're going to have some mortgage expenses and all on this as in taxes, but you're still going to make 20 something, 25 grand a month, right? Plus all the appreciation, plus the write-offs and the depreciation, the interest and the tax. So it's what I need you guys to think about is the holistic approach to real estate and investing. And it's not just put your money in the bank and get your 5% short-term CDs, right? There's good opportunities for that right now if you just want simple comfort. But this one's actually fun too, because you're going to have probably a couple of 2 to 3 months of empty time that you can actually come enjoy your asset, which is kind of fun too, in a really cool location. So we've got other properties that are half the price that have half of the benefit and half of the expenses and half of the returns, but easier to get into, right? You buy one of the Capri townhomes, 1.7 million bucks. Same thing, $350,000 down. Same thing, just divide those numbers in two. So one of the options is, should we buy that one big one or should we buy these two side by sides? Gives us a little flexibility, a little comfort, a little that. It doesn't matter, whatever your comfort level. I've got one guy who's buying one of them right now. And he says, I can't believe that these are so cheap. This is a $6 million asset. And please don't raise the price on me. Here's the money, right? We're going under contract on it right now. So what I want you guys to see is, from an investment mindset, you have to think more holistically than just what's my return. Because what's the return on, right? Return is on your cash. So is it a cash on cash return on investment? That's the most important aspect of it. Because if you're coming out with $1 million and you're making 200 grand a year, you're getting a 20% return on your investment. You're not calculating on the $4 million asset. You're putting on the $1 million that you put out. Then you start playing, all right, well, I really got a 450 benefit. So I'm really out 550. So I'm making a $500,000 gross, a $200,000 net on a $500,000 investment. Sign me up. Let me do a ton of those, right? So you in the industry, coach your clients to start thinking more holistically. You as an investor, step back and say, okay, I've got depreciation, I've got appreciation, I've got cash flow analysis, I've got my return on my investment, and then I also have fun, guys, right? You can't take it with you, right? Invest in cool shit. That's the whole thing. Something you have pride in, something you want to go see, something you want to bring your family and friends to while you're making money. It's the best of all worlds. So the goal today, holistic approach, think bigger, think better, think more fun, and make sure that you guys have a lot more benefit than just the return. Return is key, but add the other pieces too there also. And I think you'll be a lot happier with your investments. Thanks.